We've got an outstanding guest joining us now. The big names start to roll on Drive. We're here for Snooze. And Aiden De Campo joins us. A very good afternoon, Aiden.
Yeah, good afternoon, boys. I thought she was describing me a little bit when you first cut me in. Taking a while to mature physically and mentally.
And needed the gelding operation.
Not
you didn't want that done, did you?
Not 100% of the statement was true.
No.
Aiden, you must be pretty excited for tonight. It's a big one here at Gloucester Park.
Yeah, it is. It's always exciting driving to these bigger nights. There's a fair few really good races coming up over the next probably month to 6 weeks. So, every Friday night's, game night, and hopefully we can bring one home.
Okay, so as we come into this Sky Racing WA Derby, where does Runkle Crunch fit into the field in your mind?
Look, on ability, I think he's right up there. I only got the horse probably 4 to 5 months ago, and had a real checkered path to his first run. That was really disappointing, and then he's doing a few things wrong in racing and seemed to sort them out a little bit. Then he got crook as well. Had to scratch him a couple of times, so he's been not the ideal preparation, but his last two have been very promising. He's kind of been a little bit unlucky in running, got held up at vital stages, and then got out late and hit the line strongly. So, hopefully, fingers crossed that he's kind of hitting his straps at the right time, and we've got a decent barrier as well from the second row. It's going to put us in a decent position early, and not have to do any work to find a position. So, hopefully, there's enough genuine tempo on, which to me probably looks like there's lacking a little bit. But genuine tempo probably mid-race more than anything. If the splits go his way, he showed the last 2 weeks that he's been hitting the line strong, and hopefully he can get the job done with a little bit of luck this week that we haven't been getting.
Only ran this distance once, and that was a couple of weeks ago. Any concerns there?
No, I don't think so. I think he'll love the 25. He seems to be a horse with a really low heart rate, and he seems to eat it up at home and that kind of thing. So he ran. I think he might have ran 27 in the New Zealand Derby. So I think he's got the distance under control.
Tactically, what are you thinking, Aiden, with faking it there at the 2 and Rumble Stripper there at the 1?
Yeah, there's a couple of options for us. Just Rumble Strip seems to have pretty good gate speed from out wide. It's really hard to hold from inside draw of that 2500 if something burns off the arm wide. So, if Rumble Strip holds up, 3 fence is a good option for us. If it doesn't, faking it's not blessed with a heap of gate speed either. So, just have to depend on which spot, whether it be the fence or the moving line, is going to get us closer to the lead, and we'll probably take that one.
From your point of view, the scratchings of these Eastern Staters fits in nicely?
I probably would rather them in, to be fair.
Really?
Just puts a little bit more speed into the race and a bit more competitiveness into the race off that front row. Especially drawing up the back row and probably getting dictated to by a bit of the pace and early and mid races. I would have preferred them in because they probably both would have rolled forward from their gates, which probably ensures a few more horses chopping and changing up in front of us. So disappointing that it didn't come, because it also makes a little bit of intrigue Australia wide instead of just up the way. But they're the cards we've dealt today, and hopefully, like I said, we just need that little bit of luck in that final lap and not be too far from them. Okay,
for the uninitiated, what happens here with the scratchings and the emergencies? Where do they start from? So normally, whatever horse is scratched first, the first emergency will go into its barrier, and then the second emergency will go into the barrier that horse is scratched second. Mm-hmm.
But because of this, they were scratched at the same time, because I don't think they were coming on the plane. They'll scratch at the same time. I'm not sure what happened there, because the second emergency got the better barrier. So I don't know if they just random. They might have done random.
Okay.
Between, 3 and 6. That's the only way I can kind of think of it. But it didn't really affect me, so I didn't really worry about it too much.
Okay, so so Lincoln is in 6 and Control the Room goes into 3.
Yeah, but normally it'll be whatever horse
comes out first. Yep.
That horse will be going into, but because they come out at the same time, they must have just drawn it randomly, I would say.
Okay, so trying to weigh this race up, who do you think is going to be the hardest to beat?
The way the race has kind of turned out, the 2 standouts leading up to it, they were both unbeaten, Cyclone Geordie and Better Fortune or Bondies. They're both unfortunately gone amiss leading up to it. So the two dominant form horses going into the race aren't in there. So it's wide open. I think Rumble Strip was huge last week. If he's able to lead, I don't see there's too much pressure mid-race. I think he'll probably be the hardest to beat. But like I said, I think there's probably 7 or 8 horses that you could make a case for in this race.
And clearly you've got some confidence in your drive.
Yeah, I think so. Like I said, I think his last two have been back on the right track, and we're not too far from being at his best. So hopefully we're peaking on the right night if we can get there, because we've just got to Mortimer Road and we're on a standstill.
H.J. King in the ownership. That's not the great Hayden, is it?
Nah, Howard.
No. Howard, okay, thank goodness for that. We can't have him having too many good horses.
We've got him 5 minutes' time. You can't have him trumpeting earlier on.
I don't mix them, though, sir. I don't mix them.
He's loftier. I get
smart
it.
Man. Yeah. Smart man. Hey, Ada, let's have a look at some of your drives earlier on in the night. In the first gate crasher, might be a little bit tough with Boy Blue, the favourite in this race, not to mention Sweet Pins, but still a fair chance for your drive here.
Yeah, it's a fair chance. He was okay last week, I thought. Did a little bit of work in a race where they never stopped running, and he boxed on okay. He just doesn't have a lot of high speed to kind of put him into races. So, he's probably going to need the tempo on early and been able to come into it over that last lap. But, horse has got enough ability just to bag, or makes it a bit sticky for him.
Okay, the second, you're out in 9, Rock and Roll Artist.
Yeah, Mile suits him. Got a heap of gate speed, this bloke. So, we'll be sending him off the arm. I think Blazing Reactor in the middle is probably going to be the one that gets him away from getting across him. Might just do enough to kind of put a shepherd on for the ones inside. So, but over the short distance, he's got to go forward. And if we can't doff him, hopefully we can find a position up on the speed. He's the class horse in the race. It's just that tricky barrier draw, because he is the class horse. He had the draw out there.
Copycat Queen, the favourite in the third event, a winner 2 starts ago. Can she go one better from last start?
Yeah, last start she's got pushed off the track and was unfortunate for her. But, a bit of a better draw. It's not the strongest field. It's kind of that middle road draw. I tend to like to drop her out and just have one crack at them. But today it probably looks a race sets up we might be able to work forward without doing too much work. Ideally, it would be nice if we found the front, but it sounds like the hood's gone on the one horse, so it looks like it wants to probably lead. So, we might work forward and then try and take a trail that way. We've only got to sprint over a few rather than the whole field by going backwards.
Now in the fourth ascent, Simeon, this is a terrific race. You're on a roughie for Ryan Bell swing band, and we'll talk about its chances, but the race itself, I want your thoughts on it.
Yeah, it's heating up. It's good.
Yeah.
These free-for-all horses starting to get ready for the Payson Cup. Everyone's starting to get serious. I think Magnificent Storm and maybe only one other is probably missing from the race tonight, or a couple others. So, it's really exciting. It's good. It's a good time of year, and everyone's kind of, all their 3-4 horses besides probably Labrador Joe tonight have all had a couple runs under their belt, so they're all starting to get a little bit serious, and they're going to need some strong runs under their belt. So. It wouldn't surprise me if the gloves came off tonight and a few people push their horses a little bit, and it's just going to keep building over the next probably 6 weeks. So really looking forward to watching these races and being in them.
So what's that mean for you in swing band?
I'm not quite sure where he's at. He did a few things wrong out of the gate last start. Ryan seems to be really happy with him at home, but he just probably hasn't recaptured his best form. I think at his best, he's right up to these horses. He's running nullarbors and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, he's a quality animal. He just probably hasn't recaptured his best this time in. I know he was a little bit underdone heading into his first start, and was going to build with a bit of racing. So he was carrying Ryan, and now he's carrying me. So we might get a length improvement there, and a few more runs under his belt. So hopefully we can work forward and get on the speed somewhere, and hopefully recapture his best form.
We've touched on the fifth with your ride, your driver of Runkle Crunch in the Group 1 WA Derby. So let's move ahead to the sixth, Staying Valor. Another outside chance?
Yeah, she's just tested against these good mares. Not much other racing around for her at the moment to kind of mark she's on. So, awkward draw in 4, but she'll be tested in that tonight.
2-year-old fillies in race number 9. What's your thoughts of the 2-year-old batch, what you've seen so far this season?
Yeah, the boys were quite competitive, I thought. You'd think 90% of the real top liners are probably in the paddock at the moment. It's quite a decent season for the 2-year-olds. They kind of have a good run through winter, and the end of winter there, they've had a lot of racing. So I thought, the couple that Senior brought later in the season from New Zealand, they were top quality, and then there was a couple locally bred ones that were really good as well in the boys. And the fillies, they were strong enough. I think in my filly Wishing Bell, she was probably she was the standout filly of the year. Probably behind her there was 3 or 4 nice ones, but I think they'll eventually do a little bit of growing and all that, and they may catch up as 3-year-olds and continue to build. So I think it was a really good crop of 2-year-old boys, and I think the fillies will continue to get better and better.
When's the good filly? Is she still spelling?
Yeah, still in the paddock at the moment. There's nothing really around for her big race-wise until April, so I think it's actually Nullarbor night. So just tempted to give her a really good spell at the moment, because I think if we kind of brought it back a little bit earlier, it'd be hard kind of class she is to kind of get a race to stand up for her. Mm-hmm. So I might just give her, a really good spell. I seen a photo of her yesterday out in the paddock, and I'm a little bit worried that she might be in foal. She's that big. So,
wow.
We'll give her a good break, and maybe bring her back start of next month when I start to miss her, or need another nice horse in the stable. I'll go grab her.
It's amazing how well they can do, isn't it? Because we all talk about, get the spring sun on their back. Well, there hasn't really been that much of it. It's been a very slow start to spring. It's nearly summer. So, but even then, the horses do well. They're amazing animals. You see them in, Southern Ireland, and the weather's bleak, and yet, they're born in that sort of temperature. They do so well in it. They're so versatile horses, aren't they? You can throw them in a desert and they go well.
Yeah, they really are amazing animals, especially the standardbred. They're just so tough. Not much worries about them. Not much worries, and you can pretty much do anything with them, and they'll thrive. A lot of them, especially the better ones. They seem to really look after themselves. As soon as you give them a week or two off, they really let down and pick right up. So, they are amazing animals. And, hopefully we can kind of bring her back and have as much fun as a 3-year-old as we did as a 2-year-old. It's
a bit like Seb and I. I can give me 2 weeks off and I do very well. Seb, he doesn't seem to put on any weight at all. I don't know what's going on. Miss Bejeweled then, has she had each way chance in the second last?
Yeah, I think so. 1700 plays into her favour. She kind of just pulls a little bit. She's got good gate speed, so probably try and get her to the front over the 17 and, see if she can hold off on Category 3. I think she was probably the second best filly behind Wishing Bell earlier in the season, so she's obviously going to be very hard to beat, but first up for a while. So, hopefully we can find the front and give it something to chase.
Best of your lot tonight, Aiden. Is it Copycat Queen in the third, or are you looking elsewhere?
Yeah, probably Copycat Queen. I still don't really know how the race is going to map for her. Ideally, I'm probably going to drive her a little bit outside of her racing pattern. But I think I can't only put her in this week because she just pulled up a little bit big last week, and she needs a run to really top her off for the Nugget next week. So I think she's probably the one, and maybe Rock and Roll Artist. I just think he's dropping in grade a lot. And, even if he doesn't cross, he showed before he can work from the arm and continue to run on late. So see how we go.
Some wonderful information there, Aiden. It's been terrific catching up. It's going to be a great night tonight, and then it'll continue into the Nugget next week. Thanks for coming on.
No worries, guys. Appreciate it anytime.